Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This your brother Quanawat of the Great Millstone Charlotte Camp, coming with another lesson through the Spirit and probably how about Yahweh Shai. And this morning, I just want to touch on how we're being conformed to righteousness, man. Right? We're being made, in the image of Yahweh Shai. Right? We're, coming back, being brought back, to our righteous estate, man. Right? And it's starting to the spirit and probably how about Yahweh Shai. You know, that's dealing with the elders and apostles, of Great Millstone, that has us getting in line, right? Getting in order, right? Following, you know, uh, following the ways of our forefathers ultimately, man, right? Seeking after the old paths, right? We're attaching ourselves to our customs, our heritage, right? And that goes into moving in righteousness, man, right? Now this word conform out of the Edom Online Dictionary, it reads to be obedient to the Most High, right? To comply. This is what we're doing, man. We're working to be obedient, man, right? To the best of our abilities. That's what the blessing of grace, comes into effect because we can't keep every law to its fullest extent while we're in this captivity, but we're moving in obedience to the Spirit, man. Right? We're moving in obedience towards Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We're walking and doing the works of faith as the Lord would have us do, man. Right? And then He covers, our pitfalls, man. Right? Wherever we, what's the word? Wherever we fall short, you know, that's where grace, comes into effect. But going back to that conforming, man. Right? Well, let's keep reading the definition. It says to make or be similar, uh, to be agreeable, and directly from the Latin conformare, to fashion, to form, to shape, to educate, to modify, right? Because we're being shaped in the image of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, right? We're being formed, right? We're being educated, which goes into being bringing out, right? Because it was already in us, right? It's being brought out, right? And being formed and shaped, to the liking of the Lord, man, right? So everything, every adversity, every what's the word? Everything we go through in life, right, is shaping us, into those men that the Lord, wants to see in His image, man, right? As we read in the scriptures, it talks about that refiner of silver, and he sits there, right, and the silver refiner, you know, intensifies the heat or lowers the heat, but he knows when the silver is done when he sees his image in it, man, right? And we're, conforming to to righteousness that we may be formed in the image of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, right? It says to make some, sorry, uh, to make of the same form or character, bring into harmony, make agreeable, right? Because we were at one point, disagreeable, with the Lord, man, right? We weren't in harmony with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We were actually adverse to righteousness, man, right? We all started out adverse to the righteousness, right? So now that we're coming back to conform to righteousness, we're getting that harmony back with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, right? We're singing that song in the right tune, you know. Let me grab this real quick. Let's go to Exodus. What is it? 23. This is Exodus chapter 23 and verse 20. So going to that obedience, right? Right. It reads, "Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. And that angel was Yahweh Shai, right? Leading us out of Egypt. It reads, verse 21, beware of him and obey his voice, right? And you type in obey in the blue letter or in the, the whatever apocrypha, right? You search the word obey. It tells you, obey the voice, obey the voice, obey the voice of the Lord, repeatedly, man, because obeying the voice of the Lord, is conforming to the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, right? Is you building yourself, on that foundation, that is Yahweh Shai, that's that rock, right? That cornerstone. It says, um, beware of him and obey his voice, provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. That's how we know it's Yahweh Shai. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, right? So that's what we're seeking to do, conforming to righteousness, right? Obeying the voice of the Lord, and do all that I speak. Then will I be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversaries. And that's what we're seeking right now, right? We want that protection. We want that hedge. We want the Lord to go fight our battles, man. Right? We want Him, to bring our enemies to their knees, man. Right? And ultimately into captivity. But that starts with obedience, right? And it starts with us conforming unto the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? Walking in righteousness, to the best of our abilities, man. Right? Let's go back. So it says here, conform, meaning to make of the same form or character, bringing into harmony, to make agreeable, right? Because we were unagreeable, right? And 2/3, as you see, are unagreeable, man. Right? Because Jake is an adversary, right? Let me go here. Deuteronomy 11. There we go. It's Deuteronomy chapter 11 and verse 26. It reads, behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if you obey the commandments of the Lord, your power, right? So it's a blessing to obey the Lord, man. It's a blessing, to not be adverse to righteousness, right? To not be, an enemy of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? Through obedience, right? Because we want that hedge of protection, right? It's either protection or judgment at the end of the day, right? The will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because He controls it all, man. It says, behold, I set before you this day blessing and curse. A blessing if you obey the commandments of the Lord your power, which I command you this day, and a curse if you will not obey the commandments of the Lord your power. Right? That's 2/3. Right? We were on one side. We're still underneath the curses, right? But they're gonna receive that ultimate curse, which will be that second death, right? And so we see it says, a curse if you will not obey the commandments of the Lord your power, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which ye have not known. Right? So, we're separating ourselves. We're coming back, to our power. 2/3 are pulling away, from our power and going into the world, going after these other gods, these false idols, these philosophies, wayward doctrines, and so forth. Right? But we're coming back and conforming, under righteousness, going back to that word. It says to make of the same form or character, right? Because we seek, to be made in the image, of our power, man, right? To be in the same character, of Yahweh Shai, the same character of our forefathers, right? To have that integrity, right? To walk in the correct ways, in the correct paths, man, right? Scriptures tell us to seek ye the old paths, man, and walk therein, right? That's you conforming, that's you being obedient, that's you complying, right? It says that's you being agreeable, right? Just reading through this definition. It says, um, Salakia. It says in intransitive sense of act in accordance with an example. And who was the example, man? Yahweh Shai. We have examples throughout the scriptures of our forefathers, but that ultimate example is Yahweh Shai, right? So we're acting in accordance. Let's look at that word accordance real quick. Accordance. It says accordance, compliance, agreement, right? The state of being in accord, man, right? We're all in one, in harmony, right? In one body, right? Go back. So like it says act in accordance with an example. It says from the sense of to comply with the usages of the Church of England. Okay, but jumping down, the root word con going into the word forming element meaning together, right? And then form, it says to give or to create, give life to, give shape or structure, to make, to build, to construct, right? So we're being built, right? That third temple, right? That temple is being built, in the men that you see on the highways and hedges, right? The men who preach this correct doctrine, right? This is what conforming to righteousness is. It looks like, man. Men are being built up, right? Being built in the likeness of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Let's go here. Don't want to make this too long. Just the point, man. We're conforming to righteousness. Right? As this world is conforming to wickedness, we're conforming to righteousness. We're attaching ourselves to righteousness, to wisdom, right? To Yahweh Shai. Because we understand that that's where our power, that's where our protection is going to come from, right? Let's go here. Colossians. Mm, I could just start at the top, honestly. Okay, let's just start at the top. This is Colossians chapter 3 and verse 1. It reads, If ye then be risen in Hamash with Yah, it's like it. If ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. And right, and conforming, right, is us seeking those things which are above, man. Right, us attaching ourselves, to the Spirit, right, to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It says, set your affections, your focus on things above, not things on the earth, right? So as we continue to obey, right, going back to that, just conforming to righteousness, right? As we obey, our focus is set, on the spiritual things, not the carnal things, man, right? For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach in the Most High. When Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory, right? Because we're being conformed, we're being made, we're being built up, right? Right, that going into that formation, right? It said, it said to create, to give life to, give shape or structure, to make, to build, to construct, right? So we're being built, being formed, in the likeness of Yahweh Shai, man, right? That we may appear with him in glory, right? Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affections, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry, right? Because we're cutting all these things, as you read in the NLT, it says, put these things to death, man, right? For which things sake the wrath of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience. And what was the first thing we read in conforming is obey, man, right? Because obedience is that first step to conforming to the Lord, man. It says, for which things, for which things sake, the wrath of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience, in which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them, right? Because we were at one point, adverse to righteousness, man. Right? We were adversaries to the Lord. As just going back to the definition, it says we were to be agreeable, so we were disagreeable, man. Right? We were out of harmony. We were out of key, out of tune. Right? What else did it say? It says, no, that's pretty much the point on that. But yeah, we were, as I said, we walked in that same way, man. We lived in that same way of disobedience. But the Spirit of the Lord brought us back, man. Right? Lord willing, we endure unto the end. It says, let me see here. But now ye also put off all these things: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. Right? We put off the old man. We put off, like it says here, that sinful nature in the NLT. It says you put off the sinful nature, right? And what are you doing? You're complying, right? You're conforming to righteousness, right? You're being obedient, right? You're being made similar, agreeable, right? You're being fashioned and shaped, right, in the form of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? We'll keep going. It says, I have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him, right? Going back to being formed, man, right? The Lord is separating us from this world, right, and forming us in his image, man. Right? And it starts with, the afflictions that we're going through. It really starts with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that we've been blessed with, to apply, to our lives, man, right? So we can walk, you know, in a more righteous sense, in a more righteous life, because the scriptures tell us, our righteousness is as filthy rags, but we can move in a way that's more pleasing to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? Putting off that old man, and continually day by day, to conform to that righteousness, man, right? It says, where there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcision or uncircumcision, barbarian, Scythian, bond or free, but Hamashiach is all and in all, right? So there's no, right, the body is being brought back together, right? The circumcision, being those Jews that knew, the customs, that followed the ways, right? Uh, that were what's the word? That were well versed in the law, and then the uncircumcision, which were the Gentiles, man, right? Those that have been separated from the law, that have been into the Greekish fashions, that have been Hellenized and Romanized, right? We're all being brought back together because we fall into that Gentile state, right? And we're being brought back, right? It says, but Hamashiach is all and in all, right? Because why? We're being formed in his way. We're being built on that cornerstone, which is Yahweh Shai, man. It says, put thereon, I saw you put on, therefore, as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering, right? So we're putting on as the elect, man, right? You go into this put on. Let me grab that real quick. It's Strong's G 1746. It says to sink into, man, right? To put on, to clothe oneself, right? You're sinking into, right? You're conforming. You're being absorbed, right, into righteousness, man. Right? You're putting that cloak on, and you're becoming a more righteous individual, right? A man of the Lord, a woman of the Lord, man. You know, this is what we're seeking to do, on a daily basis, man. Right? And we gotta continue to fight, continue to push, continue to pray, right? Brothers have been it's like it. Brothers have been, exhorting, on the importance of prayer, right? So, continue to do all these things to conform yourself to righteousness, man. Just going back to that definition in the Edom Online Dictionary, it says to be obedient, right? To comply, to make or be similar, be agreeable, right? Because we want to be, be looked at as those righteous men, right? Just like our forefathers have these stories written of them, right? We want to have those stories written of us, that we made it to the end, right? That we stood stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. It says, um, so like it says to fashion, to form, right? We want to be fashioned, we want to be built, we want to be shaped, right? In the image of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Um, But you see, 2/3 are seeking to do what? To be shaped in the image of Esau, Edom, right? They want to be they're seeking, to conform to this society, right? Where we, are forsaking this world, man. For the world to come, right? We're keeping our eyes, on the spiritual things, man. We're looking into the heavens. It says meaning. That's like it says to form, to shape, to educate, right? To bring out, to modify. Uh, from a simulated form of calm, meaning together, and formare, meaning to form, right? To form together. To make the same form or character, bring into harmony, right? To make agreeable in the intransitive sense, to act in accordance with an example, right? The sense of to comply. Oh, yeah, got it. But yeah, man, hey, to act in accordance with an example, right? We want to act in accordance, right, with Yahweh Shema. So we want to act in accordance, with the law, statutes, and commandments, right? We want to be in harmony with our power, because when you see the result of us being out of harmony, out of tune, out of touch, right? Jake is destroyed, right? And that's the curse, as we read in that Deuteronomy 11th chapter, right? You're blessed, when you obey, and when you disobey, you're cursed, right? So we're seeking to be blessed, man. We're seeking to be in harmony with our power, because we understand that's our only way out of this situation, right? To maintain that connection, with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and it's starting with obedience, man, right? Through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that we've been blessed with, right? Brothers is becoming many Yahweh Shais, as brothers love to go into, man. Right? We're being formed. Going back to that, it says to form, to create, give life, to give shape or structure, to make, to build, to construct, right? So we're being built, in the image of Yahweh Shai, through all these adversities, through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? Through these exhortations, right? Through all these lessons that you see going up day in and day out, right? That's building up the body, right? In the image of Yahweh Shai, man. But that's the point. I don't want to, drag it out. We're just conforming to righteousness, man. You know, Lord willing, that was edifying through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. I want to close by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. Hey, Kwam Yasharala.